Physical fitness can improve the overall sex performance of a man. A man who is not fit may hardly do well in bed. Talk more of satisfying his spouse sexually. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you 6 sex mistakes men make about sex. Part 2. Point number 1, bringing in new experience into the intimacy activity. Most times you see couples lose interest in enjoying sexual activities, not because they are tired of having each other or they are no longer attracted to each other. Sometimes, if you do not change venue, change style, or make it exciting, one of the partners may, in fact, the both of you may get tired of the whole routine, because anytime you want to go down to intimate activity, it is either you know where it will start and how it will possibly end. So it is not supposed to be so. You are supposed to be the leading, just the way the Lord has made you a leader of the home. Most times you are expected to take a lead in bringing in new experiences. If you think your wife may not like it, you can discuss it with her and give her reasons to try new routine, new venue. It must not necessarily continuously be in the bedroom with lights off, and at a particular time in the night or at a particular time in the morning. You should surprise her. Once in a while, take it out to the sitting room. Once in a while, let it be in the bathroom. Anywhere in the house, as far as the kids are not available to watch you do this, enjoy any part of the house and do this. You will see that you rekindle this activity. You will always long to have it. You will always want to go down to experience this activity, just because it is not boring. So please, men, as the women look unto you to lead in the affairs of home, you should equally try and bring in new experience. Some women are shy, even when they are taught in the church or gathering, conferences on what to do and how to go about it. The fact that some men may not understand where she is coming from, or the fact that she has always been a shy person, there are so many factors that may make a woman not to come out directly, to share all these informations with you. So a woman feels safer and happier when a man bring in new idea about how to enjoy intimate time than when she there is nothing wrong with a woman bringing ideas. Actually, it is very okay for a woman to share her knowledge, but it depends on the man she is dealing with, especially down here in Africa. Some men are so myopic or narrowly minded that when the woman comes up with a new idea, it's either they go outrightly to discredit her, or to start assuming things that never existed, or all manner of things may come up just for a woman trying to suggest another way of enjoying this intimate activity. So for that reason, we will always encourage the men to take the lead. And honestly speaking, women are usually happier when a man knows what to do at all times when it comes to these intimate activities. Women are happier. Quote me anywhere. Point number 2, physical fitness. Physical fitness cannot be overemphasized when it comes to the matter of sexual satisfaction. Beside the fact that it makes a man to look healthy, more attractive, and fit, it equally makes a man to have stamina. It is good for a woman to see her husband and appreciate his looks before they go down to activity. If women should be really sincere, how many women get attracted to men with pot belly? There are few, or they will be lying to their husbands. But every average woman gets attracted to a man who is physically fit. Then, beside the looks, when it is time to go down to the activity, do you know that if you are not fit, you can hardly last? There are men that pant just for walking along the road. For ordinary trekking, or for ordinary 10 minutes walk, they will start panting. How long do you honestly think that a man who is not physically fit can go when it comes to sexual activity? They will go as long as they can. They can't go beyond their physical strength. That is why it is very, very important and necessary for every man to be physically fit. And that is why exercise is very important. I don't even think if you know that sex itself is another form of exercise. And because it is another form of exercise, just the way you warm up in the gym or in the football field, wherever you go to, exercise yourself, there are stages of warm up. Just the way you warm up before you start the rigorous exercise you usually undergo on the days you want to exercise, is how your body should be ready to carry on with this activity regardless. So do not, you shouldn't be found wanting when it comes to satisfying your woman sexually. Exercise is very, very important. No man should play with exercising his body, his muscles. Even if you are not married, exercise will keep you fit and keep you healthy in all ramifications of life, not just about the intimacy, but when it comes to this other activity, it plays a very important and strong role in helping you to satisfy your woman. Because most times, people who are not physically fit cannot go beyond some certain extent. They just go up there and they come down as soon as they are panting or as soon as they are tired. And then the women will continue complaining that this man is not satisfying me. He can't even last beyond 2 minutes. He can't do this beyond 3 minutes, 1 minute, and all that. There would not be need for all these complaints if a man is maintaining some level of physical fitness. And I advise any man that come across this video, if you have not been exercising, please try and start exercising. And this will help you to keep fit. No matter your age, you will be fit enough to satisfy your woman. Point number 3, follow the leading of your woman. And be sensitive enough to know when she wants you to do more of anything or less of something. Women may not want to talk too much during intimate activity. They will need a man that will be sensitive enough to understand that, okay, this place I'm performing, did she want me to go further? Did she want me to stop? What did she want? You will be able to sense from her body language what she is communicating to you about what you are doing at every given time. And for that reason, women are pleading, and I'm advocating on behalf of women, that all men should activate their sensitivity level in order to understand what their women want at every given time this activity is going on. It is very, very important. Most women may not talk because of some social cultural belief system, shyness, and what have you. And your nature too may not allow the woman to be outrightly expressive about what she wants at every given time. So if you are sensitive enough, there will not be issue on what a woman needs from you at every level of intercourse. So it is very important that all men understand their women to a large extent. If you understand her verbal and non-verbal expression, you'll be able to pick at all time what she needs at every given time. Point number 4, neatness. It is very important that men should equally keep their body neat. Have your bath at least twice a day. Before going out to work, have your bath. When you come back from work, before joining your wife on the bed, have your bath. Beside having your bath, ensure that you keep it clean down there too. Please, constant shaving is recommended. At least shave as frequently as you can. You don't have to shave. Nobody is telling anyone to shave off. Just trim it down. Let it be maintained. And wash your boxers as frequently as you can, because some people wear a boxer from the time they buy it until the time they are about to discard it to wear a new one. That is not healthy. And you find some of your women running away from enjoying intimate activity with you, not because you are not good enough for them, not because you cannot satisfy them, but because the smell is unbearable, because the looks down there is not good, can be nauseous. So please, men, try and shave frequently. Use deodorant. Shave. Have frequent baths. Change your inner wears. Take care of yourself. That is good enough. It will go a long way. Brush your teeth. Take care of your dentition. I have heard of women who don't derive joy in kissing their husbands. And then when you dig to know why, you find out that the man does not brush as frequent as possible. Please, men, your wives need you to be neat. Keep it clean so that they will enjoy you as much as you enjoy them. Point number 5, communication. I will always stress on communication because 70 to 80% of the success of every relationship is largely dependent on effective communication. So it boils down to your sexual relationship. You should be able to communicate to your wife your sexual preference. Communicate it to her. And this does not involve you alone. Your wife too may want to communicate some sexual styles and, new ideas she must have learned from convention, because I can assure you that every time we gather for women convention, we learn new things about sex, relationship, parenting, and all that. So make the environment safe for your wife to be able to communicate new things to you. Because there are men that flare off whenever their women come home to communicate to them that I would like to try this, I saw this in this place, I had this in this place or that. Just trying to bring a new idea on how they should enjoy their sexual relationship. You see the men flaring up and thinking that the women must have gone elsewhere to enjoy this relationship with someone else, and trying to make them to do the same thing that that other person is doing. See, a woman that will cheat on you will never come home to tell you, honey, let's try this, I think it will work. She would rather enjoy it, quietly enjoy it out there with that person, and then come home to give you a fake pleasurable activity and have her peace. So any woman that bring in new idea home on what she wants you to do and how she wants you to do it, it means she must have learnt it from her friends. Women talk a lot. They discuss stuff like this in their workplace, business place. And then women who are naive get to learn from them and want to enjoy that kind of act from their husband. So men should always, have a way of giving their women safe environment to express their sexual preference without necessarily feeling, without her getting castigated or making her feel like a wayward person or being disregarded or insulted for bringing ideas like this, because any woman who gets disrespected in the process may never ever bring this thing up, and then that person may continue to pile up resentment, anger, pain. If care is not taken, that person may likely want to go out there to experience this sexual pleasure she had about that you refuse to give her. So please, men, always give your wives listening ear. And whenever she has to say things like this, please listen and watch her body language. Get wherever she's coming from and understand her. If this style is something you cannot do, tell her that this may be difficult for you, but we can try it this way or that way. That is why you are one. That is why you are married. That is why you are her head. And if she do not share it with you, where else will she share her ideas? Will she go and get these experiences from? So think about it and start giving your wives some level of safe environment to feel safe to say anything they want to say to you. Though, women, if you have to say things concerning anything, especially your sexual desire, do it respectfully without necessarily insulting or downgrading the man. Point number 6, pride. The pride of men may not allow them to learn new things from their wives. Just like I said about communication, it can be so embarrassing for a woman to, rush home with all excitement to come and share good news with you on what you guys should be doing to enjoy your sexual pleasure. And then the next thing she gets is embarrassing insult and all that. That kind of person may never come home to share new things with you. And because it is usually difficult for a woman to come, to share new experience, I am educating you today to give your wife that avenue. Let her know that she can share any new knowledge she has learned about sex with you, especially the ones she knows you don't know about. Then, if you are a man listening to me and you don't want to embarrass your wife, you want to bring in your A game, please do not hesitate to study articles on sex, on how to satisfy women. Interview her directly or indirectly. What does she want? Communicate to her. That is communication. Ask her questions. When this is going on, how do you want it? How long do you want your foreplay? During foreplay, what do you want me to do? Where do you want me to manipulate? Where do you want me to explore? And you will see yourselves learning hand in hand together without necessarily having issues. Then if you think you don't want to learn from her what to do to her to get her aroused, ask questions. Discuss with your friends. Ask them. Ask questions, especially if you know you don't know. Even if you know, share experiences with your fellow men. Ask them. Like if you want to do this, that is why women usually learn more, because women can easily come out and say, this is my experience. This is what I did. and I don't think I did it well. Can someone share with me what to do next time? Or in our gathering, because we always have convention seminars and, all that. Women are given time to ask questions where they have dilemma in situations of sex and relationship like this. So please, men should equally always feel free to ask their fellow men how they can do things better, and the best way to handle situations when they arise, or how to satisfy a woman better in bed. Whether you know it more or not, try to initiate conversations like that. You never can tell how many new things you will learn from different men seated in the same place. So my advice to married couple, especially the men, is that you should strive to be physically fit at all times. That will go a long way in keeping you healthy. It equally it helps you to, stay long. It improves longevity on earth. It helps you fight against unnecessary ailments. It strengthens your heart, your muscles, your general lifestyle will be improved. It equally helps with, depression. You should always target satisfying your woman to reach orgasm before you ejaculate. If you have that at the back of your mind, you may not have issues when it comes to sex. Your wife will always long to have you. Your wife will always want to be in you without you asking for her. Most times women deny their husbands of this experience because, is it not this boring thing? I don't want. Please, some other time. Because she has already known your routine and knows how you do your things. And it has bored her. It is so boring. You can imagine being in marriage for 15 years and doing the same thing from the day you got married till that 15 years without changing any routine. Please, it's either you change routine or give her room to ask questions and bring in new things home. Thank you for joining today's broadcast. I am still your favorite Coach Sarah.